Good afternoon. I really should get some music for this this scene. I haven't used this for my
afternoon.
I already muted that, but it unmuted it when I refreshed. Thanks, OBS. Okay, there was an echo there. Sorry about that. But yeah, good afternoon. I really should get some music for this scene. I haven't used this for with the camera tools for my starting soon in a while, and I realized that today and I had missed it. So yeah, this is a nice drone shot of the Kerbal Space Center as it currently stands with a new rocket on the pad. And Twiglet is here redeeming first, you're indeed first, and asking, what did Bezos do? Well, here's the thing. He is on 2 strikes, and we're going to be very careful about strike 3 because there has been a fatality due to Keffrey Bezos. Let's go ahead and take down the starting soon. There we go, because we're starting now. But first, the current rescue vehicle, Pork 4, the Personnel Orbital Rescue Craft, on its shakedown cruise, we had Keffrey Bezos as the engineer, and he was removing some batteries for use in repairing a rover, and he also accidentally removed an engine. And he put it back, so, you know, good for him putting it back. But then he wired it up wrong, and it was in the wrong stage, and it caused some, fortunately, just cosmetic damage to the rescue craft as it was landing on Minmus. And also, we ran out of fuel because of corrective maneuvers on the way home. So that was strike 1. Strike 2 was when he was still the engineer aboard Pork, and we went and rescued our friend Kaley Kerman. And Kaley is an engineer and a friend of mine in real life as well. And well, she studied under Keffrey Bezos, studied her space engineering, doesn't quite have her space engineer degree yet, but she was studying space engineering. And Keffrey assured her that, yeah, if you put the heat shield on your craft like this, and you put the parachutes on like this, you'll be fine and you will survive reentry. What he didn't tell her was that she needed to actually wire the parachutes up because there wasn't a command pod on that thing. So Kaley smashed into the ocean at about 180 meters per second and is no longer with us. So that was strike 2 from Keffrey Bezos. And I thought about maybe banishing him to deep space, but instead I think we have some community service in mind for Keffrey Bezos. Let's go ahead and end this, and we're not going to fly this yet, so we're going to go back to VAB and yeah, so this here, this is a garbage truck, Space Garbage Truck 1.0. I don't know if I want to name it anything different or not. Space Garbage Truck sounds funny and is in line with our space forklift as well. So this is for cleaning up low Kerbin orbit, which is full of debris, discarded stages from other missions. It's got some of the capsules we've rescued Kerbals from, just floating there uselessly, and it is a hazardous place and possibly is causing some performance issues in-game as well. So not major ones yet, but we don't want it to get to that stage. So this here, let's take a look. We have, how many is this? 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yep. 13 little modules for recovering garbage from space. And this here, you will notice, this stage alone with 1 nuclear engine in it has 10.5 kilometers per second of delta V alone. So we can put this in orbit and it can go rendezvous with pieces of space junk. Attach one of these to it, which has monopropellant and can then, hopefully, we're going to find out, deorbit safely the space junk. And it is designed to be autonomous. However, EAS-1 External Command Seat. The EAS-1 External Command Seat provides all the controls needed to fully operate a spacecraft, just like a command pod, but without such needless frivolities as pressurized interiors or seatbelts. It's bare bones, pedal to the metal efficiency at its finest. It also doesn't look very comfortable. And I think this is the chair that we're going to give to Keffrey Bezos. He gets the chair, not the electric chair. We're not doing capital punishment yet. Maybe. But no, community service for Keffrey Bezos. And so yeah, this is going to be his chair. And it's slightly too big for one of the tiny little cargo pods, so we're just gonna put it on there right here. Just like that. And Keffrey is in space, so we're going to need to launch this thing, and then we're going to bring Keffrey to it. So that's what we're going to be doing, and that's how we're going to start today's stream. I think Kaley herself is currently streaming Minecraft, but if she is here later, we will do her memorial service. So she actually didn't have to pay for her Kerbal rescue. I gave it as a thank you for the art that she did. This right here. This little cat of mine, Aria, which I show off at least once a stream, I think. So, all right, so Space Garbage Truck 1.0 is ready, and honestly, I don't. Yeah, here's the notification. Kaley's scrap was destroyed. We're pulling the plug on this one. I don't remember exactly when in the timers we did our last launch, so I'm just going to say that we are at a good launch window here. Very nice art system. Here's the full one. Let me show you the full one, background and all. Yep, it is a perfect likeness of one of our cats, just as insane as she looks. But yeah, so rip Kaley Kerman, and we are going to launch this now. Boop. Launch. And I'm going to hydrate myself real quick while this loads. So none of that artificial sweetened stuff that was giving me headaches and dizziness today. I've got water that has, it is infused with watermelon and mint. So our new fridge has a pitcher built into it that has an infuser, and we're making good use of it. Delicious. Just a subtle hint. Boop. Lovely mad eyes. Yes, she has crazy, crazy eyes. Let's see. Yeah. Stationary camera, we'll leave it there. Let's watch this thing though from our current favorite launch watching site right here on the VAB. So set position right here, and let's set the target. Let's watch this fuel tank right here. That will be a good place to aim the camera. But yeah, this is a heavy guy. It's an expensive one too. So yeah, we're rolling in the dough right now. So we don't want to be too reckless with it, but we can afford some expensive launches like this one. And that command seat just sitting there. Hopefully it survives the aerodynamic forces. If it doesn't, we'll send up another one. We need to send some cargo up soon anyway. So let's go ahead and grab that camera view there. There it is right there. And let's see, we want our flight recorder up, altitude, acceleration, and dynamic pressure. And also, how are you doing, Twiglet? I know you've got a new Minecraft video from FirstCraft. I haven't watched it yet, but it is on my short list for sure, and I'm excited to watch it. All right, throttle up, stability assist on, and we are go for launch. Oh. Did I close that thing? There it is. Okay. There we go. We are go for launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift off. This thing needed 4 boosters to get it the little bit of extra oomph it needed to get off the path. Vehicle is pitching downrange. Looking normal. We're going to be at 60 degrees at Mach 1, which is right now. Vehicle is supersonic. Yeah. Lots of extra pressure right there. And SRB burnout, separation. And that was also maximum dynamic pressure. Yeah, this is the first time we're using this engine here, the Mammoth, which has 4 of the Vector engines on it. This thing has some power. Looking good. Got a little bit of an inclination here, but not too much. And next we're coming up on main engine cutoff. We have Miko, stage separation, and second engine start. And we are going to pitch down towards the horizon here and actually cut the engine now. We need to get closer to apoapsis. I don't want to go... Actually, we do want to go too high up because we need to render this with the station. Yeah, in my early tests, we wanted it in a lower orbit, about 80 kilometers, because that's where most of the space junk is. But this is actually good here. We need to pick up Keffrey Bezos. Let's go ahead and close that. And let's see. Yep. Bearing separation is confirmed. Look at that. It looks like I got nuclear warheads on it. Alright, we have an apoapsis of 150 kilometers, so let's go ahead and coast to apoapsis. I'm toying with the idea of reinstalling the persistent rotation mod and seeing if it doesn't cause any issues. Alright, let's get closer, maybe about 20 seconds away from apoapsis, and then we will reignite the upper stage engine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. And even this stage has plenty, so yeah, we're going to be, we should be able to easily render this with the space station. We're at apoapsis. Watching our periapsis rise. It is now positive. And now we have a good orbit. Alright, I'm going to stop it there. We're going to get really eccentric if I keep doing that. So yeah, look at all this space junk. We need to take care of it. Arcadia Station is our target. Alright, and oh, it's classified as a lander? That's hilarious. Let's change that. Why is it classified as a lander? Is it because of the command seat here? Or is there something else? Rename the vessel from here, but I think in here is the one that I want. Yeah, we want this to be considered a ship. There we go. Okay, let's plan our intersect with the station. There we go. And let's see, our current altitude is pretty good. Let's go ahead and just let's come back around to our apoapsis. Actually, let's not go that far. Let's go until we have an altitude at the apoapsis we want, which is 150 kilometers, and then let's adjust our orbit from there. Because if I burn radial in from there a little bit, then we can adjust our apoapsis. We're coming back up past our periapsis. All right, and yeah, we're going to burn prograde and a little bit radial in as we come closer to apoapsis. And that should adjust as we'd like it. Right about there. Nope, that is raising the apoapsis. Let's go all the way radial in. That's bringing it down. Okay. Yep. Periapsis is going up. Apoapsis is coming down. We're basically pivoting the orbit around the spot we're at right now. More precision than we need, but it's pretty good. And let's see, there is our new apoapsis. Let's warp close to it. And then we're going to burn prograde and set up our intercept with the station. All right. Yep, we just want the indicators to come together, one or the other of them. It looks like this is the one that's going to be coming around, and we'll do intersect 2. And we lost it somehow. There it is, okay. $70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Alright, that is as good as we're going to get with that maneuver. So let's, we're going to be going 269.3 meters per second relative to the station when we get there, but we have twice that in delta V, so we are good to go. Let's warp here. And the other question is, okay, so pork is not docked to the station, so we're going to need to bring pork home, but I think we need to do that anyway. So, yeah. Okay, look at target. It's down there, but it's too far away. It's 130 kilometers away, so let's go ahead and time warp a bit. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Look at that white dot. That's the station right there. That's amazing. Thank you, Distant Object Enhancement mod. That is so cool. Now it's within 100 kilometers, so it'll get highlighted by the HUD. Alright, we're 40 kilometers away. Let's go to target mode and point retrograde to the target. And let's get closer. There we go. Now we can tighten up the approach and slow down as well. And that's no longer tightening the approach. Alright, 150 meters per second relative to the target, but we also need to tighten it up again. That is pretty good. All right, let's get right up to it. We've got a 1,300 meter approach. And we're not going to be docking. We're just going to park and then let them drift a little bit while we bring Pork 4 back. Pork 4, which Keffrey Bezos has broken and is still aboard. It's fixed, it's working, but, you know, he broke it, so we're mad. There we go, and point retrograde. And make our final approach. There we go, and we are parked. It is going to drift, but that is okay. Now let's go get Pork right there, and let's see if we can recall what we were doing with it last time. All right, we've got Philip Brewer and Keffrey Bezos, and yes, we had just rescued Keely Kerman. That's right. So what other rescue contracts do we have currently? Canard, which will need to be renamed for viewers. Issa and Issa's scrap are in orbit of Minmus. And let's see, what else have we got? The Kerbinator and the Warden. They are both on the surface of Minmus. Hey, Satan, welcome. He says, hello, Dan. How's it going? It's going great. We are going to sentence Keffrey Bezos to community service in just a moment here. He seems so happy. Let's see if you enjoy your new job. All right. Arcadia Station is our target. And let's see, we need a maneuver. Prograde maneuver. There we go. And let's see, if we do this later, we are on the opposite side. There we go. All right, that is where to do the maneuver. All right, and it's approximately that maneuver right there. So that is coming up in 2 hours. Let's go ahead and warp to it. Let's see. I'm gonna try doing this. We want how many minutes? 10 minutes of lead time. And let's see, maneuver, and yeah, warp to next. Whoa! And our next launch will be to Elu. Delete and close, and let's point right at our maneuver node. Right there, there we go. Ah, there we go, got it. And then a little bit more time warp. There's a surprising amount of radial in for this. Oh, I know why. Okay, let's do this before we derp. Control from here. We were controlling from there. Okay. All right. That's it. This doesn't seem right. Clickwell says, RIP. Hello, Clickwell. Welcome to the chat. And Pete Venkman says, tuning in from the Dallas airport. Well, could you tune in from somewhere better? This does not seem accurate. Well, let's try it. Yeah, this really wants us to dip into the atmosphere. Why is it doing that? This should be a prograde maneuver. But it does claim that it will get us there. I'm very confused. Alright, let's remove this and just burn prograde. Yeah, this is more like it. That was some weirdness. Some serious weirdness. Let's get this right and then catch up with chat. Alright, I'm really glad that I did not trust the targeting computer. Because that would have been pretty bad. Yeah, that will get us a good intersect. So, Clickwell says, hey chat, just watching while I roll pizza dough. Flowery hands, so I'll lurk. I know how that goes. What are you putting on your pizza, Clickwell? And is this pre or post opening the Craftwell server to the Nether? I've been keeping half an eye on that. Waiting for my time to strike. Kind of a little bit literally. All right. Yep, it's on the other side of the planet, and of course we're gonna get to the station at night, but that is okay. We're used to that. Empanadas. Ooh. Ah, so you're using pizza dough for empanadas, not for pizza. Okay. That does make sense, though. And pre in 2 hours. Ooh. I don't think I can justify logging on today, Clickwell, but I'll see if I can watch some of the shenanigans, though. Alright, we're 35 kilometers away. 20. Alright, let's point retrograde to the target. Issa, hey there. How are you doing, Issa? All right, and we're going at 88 meters per second relative to the target. So yeah, there will definitely be some slowing down. And hopefully the garbage truck has not drifted too far away. Oh, thank you, Satan, with the boozinate and the hydrate. Let's do it. All right, I got my Caravan double IPA from Uinta. Let's slow down. Otherwise, we're gonna blast right past this while we're boozinating, and that's no good. There we go. Issa says, doing okay, a bit tired. How are you? I am doing great. Tired as well, but really excited about this. my Minecraft stream yesterday, prep for it was the most stressful. It was the usual trying to get everyone coordinated at the same time, where it's two different families with young kiddos, plus a couple of people in my household who hadn't played Minecraft in a few months, and my wife hasn't even, and apparently never will, play Minecraft 1.18. Last time she played was 1.17. It's Boozinate. And had to deal with all kinds of account issues. But we got there. It was perfect. And my watermelon and mint infused water. Thank you very much, Satan. Satan's always looking out for me. Alright, so now we need to tighten up this approach here. It's not fully sorted out, Issa, but it was sorted out enough that we were able to get on and play and have a very chaotic, as usual, little tree chopping competition. And then I took my stepdaughter on her first look at the deep dark, and that was hilarious. He sniped a warden kill from me. Very rude. Alright, moving the prograde marker onto the target marker there. And let's see, can I tighten this up any more? It's going to drift, so I want to move it past where it's going to drift from. And that's pretty good. But I bet if we're over here... No, that is pretty neutral as far as that goes. So yeah, let's just point retrograde. Yeah, we were chopping down an area where we are going to build a Minecraft zoo, which we last did on the Film Cow server. Film Cow is the YouTube channel with the guy who made Charlie the Unicorn, Llamas with Hats, a bunch of my favorite stuff. And that was back in Minecraft 1.6. Not 1.16, 1.6. Before there were big nether portals. So we brought a ghast from the nether in a tiny, tiny portal. That's not doing much. So yeah, let's brute force this. We need to just burn straight towards the station. And then slow down. All right, 180 meter separation at approach. That's perfect. Now we can slow down, and I think we might actually have sunrise before we dock, which is nice. But yeah, I was on the verge of just calling it quits for the night and canceling the stream and just working on the tech issues, but I'm really glad I didn't, because we ended up having a whole lot of fun. Let's close that and watch our resources instead. All right, here we come up on the station. Was a little bit aggressive there. Oh, because I'm in time warp. That was a little bit of a derp. All right, but let's go ahead and open this docking port. control from here, and activate the camera. And that's anti-target, so I need to go all the way around. Hello, moon. And there's the station there. Let's turn on the maneuvering thrusters. And watch it make its curved path. I need to adjust or we'll fly past it. This is a familiar enough maneuver that I generally feel like I can just talk while I do it, and then I end up derping anyway, so whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to convince my wife to go on a deep dark expedition with me, and she does not want to do it, so that might not happen. She just wants to make a goat farm and a Georgian mansion and chill on her island. And fair enough. Alright, set that docking port as our target, and that's where we're going to dock. Yep, a goat farm. I'm going to build that with her. Hopefully we'll be able to stream that together in the not-too-distant future. And I want to farm all the goat horns. We got all that fresh monopropellant that we brought here from last time, so I'm feeling rich. Like I can do all the maneuvers I want with these maneuvering thrusters. Actually, I think I shouldn't have rolled over like that. It doesn't really matter, but I like aligning the body of the ship along this axis here rather than over there. Keep the center of mass a little bit inside, but this will be okay. But yeah, we mentioned to the server owner and admin that we were planning to make a zoo. And the main admin that was working there, Jason Steele's girlfriend Scuffy, offered, she was really excited about it, and offered us spawn eggs, and I'm like, no, no. We're gonna catch every one of these mobs manually, in vanilla, in survival, and we did. It was a grind, but it was fun, and there are like twice as many mobs now, so... Are you gonna capture this docking port, please? There we go. Yep. I usually like having this, oh wait. Yeah, spawnings would be boring. Yeah, I mean, not everyone's into some of the adventure stuff, so for some people that would be the way to go. But not for us. We wanted to do it. Alright, so let's see. Keffrey Bezos, you are kicked out for your crimes. Alright, EVA. And type selection for targets, we want ships. Space Garbage Truck 1.0. It is. It's gotten quite a ways away. That's alright. That's alright, Keffrey. You're doing this. Let go. And turn on your rocket jetpack. And get away from the station. So yeah, for those who weren't here at the beginning, Keffrey Bezos is on strike 2. On the shakedown cruise of this ship here, he accidentally removed one of the engines while doing some other engineering tasks, and he put it back on right, but then he didn't wire it up to the right stage. So we had a little mishap, which ended in losing that little aerodynamic nose cone on that side. You can't really see it very well from here. So that was strike 1. But strike 2 was teaching wrong procedures to our friend Kaley Kerman on her rescue, which resulted in the parachutes not being deployed as she plummeted to her death in the oceans of Kerbin. So yeah, that was a thing. That was the whole thing. Yeah, 3 strikes and then he gets yeeted. Well, we're being very careful about strike 3, Issa. So we need to clean up low Kerbin orbit. There are really only 10 pieces of space junk here? No, I don't believe that. Is it not showing them? There's more space junk than that. But yeah, there's space junk in low Kerbin orbit. Oh, this game is really complex. It really gets nuts. So we are going to have him drive a garbage truck that doesn't strictly need to be driven. Yeah, he is going to be our sanitation engineer from now on. Alright, let's plan our intersect, though. Six. Yeah, this I can't really do a whole lot in the map view with him. That's not doing it. Or is it? It is. Okay. Okay, that will get him 300 meters away from the garbage truck. Assume my knowledge about this is 0.03%, probably less. Yeah, no worries. That's one of the reasons this, to me, is a fun game to watch sometimes and not just play, because I learn a lot watching other people play this. And this has relatively realistic orbit mechanics and rocket science and physics. Within the limits of a game that was made by people who were not familiar with programming games, right around the same time Minecraft was published. Alright, we are getting close. And of course this is happening at night, although we might get the sunrise, so let's time warp a bit. And yeah, we're gonna get a sunrise here. No scientists made this game? Scientists were consulted, and nerds like me with some knowledge of science made this game. Oh, so scientists made this game. Kind of. Yes. But it was made with realism in mind. Simplified, but the physics and orbits are pretty good for a simulation. And there are mods that make it even more realistic, which we might play with after this playthrough, which still has a lot of life in it. Alright, face the target. And let's get close. He's asking, what's the main idea of it, or the main goal? Really, the main goal is it's a very open sandbox game, and you can make the goal whatever you want. So I'm playing in a career mode, so I do have to worry about the budget when I'm designing and launching ships. So these parts all cost money. I have to unlock a tech tree so that I have better parts and more science experiments to gain more science. And my goal is to design a ship, once I've unlocked the entire tech tree, that will take a large crew to the entire solar system. This is not Earth, this is Kerbin. And yeah, a lot of those, the white orbits are stuff that I have launched, but this is the Kerbin system, and it is smaller than the inner planets of our system. So, but there are mods that add Earth and the rest of the planets of the solar system to the game, and that gets really difficult. Okay. Now he needs to get in the seat. Now this is an autonomous ship. It's got it can operate without a pilot, but since Keffrey has caused the death of one of our friends, he is sentenced to community service, and so his community service is that he gets to fly this thing. He gets to sit in this little chair right here. On his helmet lights, so we can see better. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is your job now, Keffrey. You should have thought more about your consequences, huh? Alright, let's get him in there. These controls are really wonky. I hate the EVA controls. I hope that there are better ones in the sequel they're working on. You can board, right? Board. Yes, there we go. Alright, let's take a look. I'm getting real Doctor Strangelove vibes right now. Why is RCS toggled on? I want it off. Yeah, I don't want to waste this fuel yet. Let's see. Let's aim the camera here. Let's get a good screenshot. I think that's a visual glitch. I don't think the RCS is actually on, or we would be seeing it. The plumes. Let's arrange him like this so that we can get the planet in the background. It looks like he is in control of warheads. It really does. But he is not. We do not trust Keffrey Bezos with warheads. There we go. And Pete Venkman says, I really do not want to let my Kerbals let go of the spacecraft because I don't trust myself with the EVA controls. Seriously, though. Alright. So yeah, the idea here is this thing has an absolute ton of Delta V. There's a tiny bit of fuel left in this stage. I think I'm going to go ahead and deorbit that. I think that it has a command pod. Let's double check. It does not. Okay, so interesting. Yes. We'll leave it on for now. But yeah, then this stage here, only liquid fuel and one nuclear engine has it has about 10.5 kilometers per second of Delta V. So we can use this to get close to space junk, detach one of these little pods here, which will grab it. These are the small version of the Claw, the Advanced Grabbing Unit Junior. And so those will grab them and be able to hopefully deorbit things safely. So yeah, here we go on the space garbage truck. And let's turn on all the lights. Actually, his lights can stay off, but yeah, we've got these nasty, gross, ugly orange lights, and that is deliberate. We also have a camera on board. There we go. A couple cameras. So let's give this thing a test. We want space junk to be displayed. And it really doesn't want to show me the space junk, which is annoying. All right, back to target selection. Debris. Yeah. It looks like a lot of my debris might have been actually removed by the game. That's interesting. That's alright though. Let's set this as our target. That is some debris that, we've left in orbit. And let's go out and get it. So we are inclined to that target by 0.9 degrees. That's not bad at all. So what we need to do is burn prograde. Let's plan our maneuver. And we need to get in a much higher orbit. Yeah, we have some things that have not made it to their intended destination. All right, there is our intersect. So if we do this later or earlier. Yeah, I think we need to do it later. Let's get rid of the radial in component of that maneuver and add an orbit to this. No, come on. Yeah, these controls are so annoying sometimes. Let's do it from here. Let's remove an orbit now. Yeah, this is a tricky intercept, but we can do it. Right here. We can do it more cheaply from here too. All right, that'll get us 14.7 kilometers away from the target, and we can do a correction burn. So yeah, let's do that. That's only 172 meters per second, and it's coming up in just over an hour. So let's go ahead and do some time warp. One hour. 30 minutes. I don't want to pass it. 20 minutes. 10 minutes. All right, let's point right towards that maneuver marker. Keffrey is no pilot, so we have to do a lot of this manually. He won't be able to hold the maneuver. So it's up to me, as usual. All right, and let's get closer. All right, and it's a 13-second burn at full thrust. We're probably going to do this at about half thrust, so at 13 seconds to the node, I will start burning. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ignition. This is very strange. This is not updating at all. Look, I'm changing the throttle, but this is not updating. What the heck is going on, game? Yeah, I have no idea what throttle I'm at, because this nav ball is bugged and is not showing me real-time feedback. It's a little bit irritating. Hopefully if I change vessels and back, it'll fix it. This might be related to having been on EVA, but I've never seen this happen before. It's working at least, so that's something. Alright. I'm watching our separation at approach drop. Yeah, this is very strange. So yeah, this is not working properly either. Like, none of this is the way it really should be. Let's double check. Control from here. Yeah, that's fine. Pete says, it looks like you've had your glitch for the mission. I hope. I see what you did there. Is it because the Kerbal is sitting on the exterior of the craft? No, it is not. Especially since we are definitely controlling from here. Now it's different. Okay, that's just because that was oriented differently, but it's pointed in the same direction, so it doesn't matter at all. Okay, but burning prograde is reducing our separation at approach, regardless of what this says. Let's get rid of that. And yeah, we're out of fuel on this stage now, so ironically, we are adding space junk. Let's test this thing, shall we? On itself. So this here, this decoupler, let's decouple. And let's stage. There we go. And now let's switch to this here. Make sure... Yeah, control from here. And set this as the target. That was strange. Why did that just reorient itself? What the heck? Oh, this is so weird. What is going on? Control point default. Yeah, okay. But we are going to turn this thing around. It looks like this is updated again, though, so maybe this is fixing it. We got to turn on the RCS, because that's the only stuff we have. Even this engine here is an RCS port. We got to dodge around. Let's switch to locked camera view. There we go. Yeah, that was very strange. And I caught your Apollo 13 reference, Pete Vengman. It's like you've had your glitch for the mission. And we need to arm this. The claw. That does look very cool, though. Alright, just going to line up to the side of it and grab the fuel tank. These are like one-time use miniature space forklifts. Alright, here we go. And grabbed. Okay, so now we are in orbit mode. Let's point retrograde. And we don't need to have locked camera view anymore. And we want to get our periapsis within Kerbin's atmosphere. So let's see. It won't tell me how much delta V we've got. So this is an interesting test. But yeah, that is empty, so it's not going to weigh too much. That's the only heavy thing on here. And let's see how much our periapsis will change. Like this. Not a ton, and let's wait until we are at our apoapsis, where this will be more efficient. So let's make an alarm. Create alarm. And yeah, I can't see past that. Bases, there's only one. There we go. Apoapsis, and we want 10 minutes of notice. That'll be fine. And now we need to switch to the space garbage truck. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is going to be interesting. And yeah, this still says full throttle. Why? Is it because he's at full throttle? Yeah, this does have something to do with him in the seat. It shouldn't, but... Can I remove him? Leave the seat. There we go. Alright, turn off your RCS. And can you board it from there? There we go. Okay, I think that fixed it. Pete Beckman says, that's lame. Exterior piloting is tight. You're fired, by the way. Just fired. Alright, let's control from here. And let's see if we can... Speaking of tight, close approaches are tight. And yeah, I do not like what we've got there. Not at all. Let's... Can I not stage? There we go. There we go. Okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Now, let's point... Radial in, I think, is the way to go here. It is not the way to go here. What about if we just go, prograde? Nope, that is also not the way to go. Alright, so at the descending node, let's plan this maneuver carefully. We have lots of delta V, but considering this is being real weird on us, I don't want any more problems than are strictly necessary. Looks like mostly retrograde is the way to go here. And a little bit anti-normal. Or normal, rather. Just like that. Alright, so let's point at that and then actually delete this and just burn in that direction until we have a really nice close encounter. Yeah, we're compensating for some computer glitches here, which is cool. Alright, right here. We're watching our separation at approach drop. We're gonna get there just before the the maneuver alarm for the other little ship. All right, let's go ahead and speed the game up just a little bit because low thrust like this, we can afford to do that. And now let's just burn retrograde. $10 kilometers at approach. 5. 1. Basically, we want as close to an impact as possible, but then to slow down at the last second. There we go. 390 meters. That is really good. And that's coming up in 9 minutes, so it's after our alarm, but before that maneuver, so that's not awkward at all. Let's go ahead and actually delete that, and then we'll take care of that manually. Alright, and we definitely want to be in target mode, point retrograde, and slow down. Just like that. Hopefully we can slow down quickly enough. Most of them it won't be this dramatic. Alright, we're down to 200 meters per second relative velocity. And I know we're widening the gap for when we get there too, but we're gonna fix that as well. We desperately need to slow down before we get there. We're not condemning Keffrey Bezos to death yet. Whoa! Get out of physics warp before we do that. There we go, and this will slow down and correct the approach. Darn, says Pete Venkman. You want to see Keffrey Bezos die? That's rude. Really hoping to see an orbital execution. Well, 3 strikes and there will be one. I'm thinking the best method of execution, though, is probably putting him on the pad during a launch. Like, on the pad. Tightening up the approach again while slowing down. Fingers crossed. Oh, wow. 10 kilometers away. Yeah, we haven't seen this craft in a while. I don't even remember specifically what is on it. It's going to be interesting. Okay, we still need to slow down a little bit more. Tiniest little lag spike as it loaded the craft into the physics engine. It's a small guy relative to the station, so it wasn't that big a deal for the physics. $500 meters. 400 meters. 300. 200. 117, that's pretty good. And we're going a relative speed of 9.6 meters per second. That'll be easy to bleed off, even with a low thrust engine and a heavy craft like this. Yeah, this thing drives like a truck. Oh, and we just passed into the night side. Because of course we did. There's Kerbin. Alright, we're just going to pull up alongside it. As usual. Okay, so now this one here, let's keep the load balanced and do the one opposite the one we already deployed. Decouple. And yeah, make sure we are controlling from here and that it's armed. And where is our target? It's hard to see because it's dark, so let's go back. It is debris. That's not the one. That's the one. And it's behind us, of course. All right, locked camera. And yeah, this thing really moves, really maneuvers. There we go. All right, RCS on, and let's grab it. Get it a little bit hard. There we go. We grabbed it. Turn off the RCS. Okay, yeah. So this is... It still has the name Moho probe, but yeah, this is just an upper stage that launched it. So yeah, this is a very familiar upper stage, isn't it? It's in the dark. Sorry about that. All right, but we're in orbit mode, so let's point retrograde, and we are pretty much... We're very close to apoapsis, so let's definitely add an alarm for this one. At apoapsis. 10 minutes of notification. All right, and then back to here, and we want space garbage truck probe. Res Exploration Research Probe 3. That's probably something that should be... That's either space junk or something that needs to be moved. I'm not sure which. Alright, back to type selection. Let's see. Probes. There we go. And switch to target. There we go. That's how we can do it when they are too close together in the UI to actually click on individually. There we go. And that's this guy. And we're 51 minutes away from apoapsis. I thought we were closer than that. Interesting. Okay, so when is this alarm? That is in 22 minutes. So let's go ahead and switch to this one. Let's add an alarm. I think I just put the notification time wrong on this. So let's create another new alarm. Come on, there we go. For apoapsis. Hour, minute, yeah. 10 minutes. There we go. All right, let's switch to this craft. Yeah, we're doing something new. This is, we are learning. This is a new thing. I have never actually made anything like this before. And now what we can do is warp to that alarm. That is a cool view, actually. Look at that. Let's get a screenshot. You know me and screenshots. Alright, delete and close. And yeah, we are 10 minutes away from apoapsis. And we want to be at apoapsis because we can most efficiently change our periapsis from there, since we will be exactly opposite that spot. And yeah, this is the first actual test of this little device here. Get that thing going. All right. And RCS on, and full thrust. And let's see if this thing has the fuel to do this. I don't know if it does. If it doesn't, then we will need to do upgrades to this. But that is why we're doing a test. And so far, it's not looking like we're going to be able to do this. Pete Bankman says, I like your little deorbiting dart things. Me too, but I'm thinking that this does not have the performance I need. Might have to add another little dart. Yeah, we're going to run out of monopropellant. And yeah, the next one we launch is going to need some upgrades. I think this will be fine for the low Kerbin orbit. We're in high Kerbin orbit. And yeah, that did not change the delta V nearly enough, unfortunately. So let's reclassify that as debris. Hit it again. Yes, exactly. All right, so now we need to, it'll probably be the same for this one, but let's switch to that one and get to our apoapsis. And we can delete that alarm. Yeah, we're 15 minutes away from apoapsis. Let's just warp right there. And I think monopropellant isn't going to be the thing. The reason I'm using monopropellant is I was hoping to have one fuel type that could also do the maneuvering, but I'm thinking maybe not. At least not for high orbit. Alright, this one should be easier. The periapsis is pretty low. The periapsis is where our ship started, so alright, let's RCS on and see what we can do. It's also having to keep it steady, so that's a thing. Alright, we dropped the periapsis by 10 kilometers, and I don't think it's going to be enough. RIP. Dropped it by 30 kilometers. Looks like we're going to get it down to a periapsis of 100 kilometers. Yeah, but we didn't get it down to less than 70, so that also has failed to deorbit. Very interesting. All right. Let's go back to... Why is this now probe type? Oh, that's because that's where we are. Okay, so let's reclassify this as debris. Rename vessel. There it is. Alright, back to target selection. Ships, space garbage truck, and switch to target. There we go. Easy way to switch targets. Okay, well, so the first two tests were not particularly successful, but they are technically out of spec for what this is supposed to be able to do. So let's choose something that is actually much closer. Try encouraging the next one. No. Dan Bear Derp's Derelict. How about that one? That's also debris. Yeah, some of the stuff should be debris, but isn't classified as. So set that as the target. And yeah, so we're actually just past our apoapsis, so this is actually a pretty good time to burn retrograde and lower our, we need to get down to 90 kilometers for our periapsis. So we're watching this right here. And this does have the delta V to do this. Maybe I put a solid booster on these things and just point retrograde and fire it off, let it go. That might be interesting. Worth an experiment. I also think I want the next one to be one that we can reload. Like, this is a one-off and then the whole thing is going to be deorbited. But the next one, I think I want to, instead of having decouplers, use small docking ports. And so that we can reload the thing. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's get down to our periapsis now, which is coming up in 17 minutes. And then we'll want to just burn retrograde until we have a good approach for Dan Bear Derp's Derelict. Pete Beckman says, I take it since that debris was out of scope for the darts that it doesn't qualify as a third strike. No, this is not Keffrey's third strike. Sorry. Although it might count as a third strike that he was, you know, causing us to have an interesting nav ball issues. I have yet to decide whether I'm blaming him for that or not. Alright, let's pin that, and let's start decelerating and dropping our apoapsis. Speed up the game. We might come back around. Yeah, this thing definitely has high efficiency, low thrust. Whoa, whoa, look at that. 3.7. Let's see, our relative inclination is 0.8 degrees, so yeah, that's fine. And relative speed of only 151 meters per second, that's not bad at all. Let's get to the descending node, and we were going to want to burn normal from there to get a little bit closer approach. So that's essentially north, since we have a prograde orbit. And let's warp here. Just casually coming around the planet. Alright, coming up on that descending node in 1 minute and 15 seconds. And we want to be in orbit mode. There we go. And just a little nudge in the normal direction. Our relative inclination dropping. 6, 5, 4. I know that that is going up. That's okay. That's pretty much dead on. So now let's go to target mode and point retrograde. So we are 2 minutes away from our target. It's 12 kilometers away. So let's start slowing down. And it looks like just burning directly retrograde to the target is also tightening the approach. Now I need to come up with a backronym for DART, because I like that name. That's pretty good. The test project name for it was just Garbage Deorbit Module. Relatively 90 meters per second. That is slowly dropping. Slowlier than I would like. And burning over there isn't dropping it either, so let's get closer. Let's really push this way. It's not doing it. Okay, interesting. That is slowly, though. Okay. Maybe our relative speed is just a little bit high for that maneuver to work properly. I think that is the case. Alright, now we're only going 41 meters per second relative. Will this work? Now it's working, okay. And now it isn't. That's better. Anytime I think I have really got my head wrapped around how these maneuvers will change my orbit, the game's like, haha, no, you don't. Alright, Dan Bear Derp was one that was redeemed by Elric the Troll King. And is one of our many available crew members. Alright, we have an approach of 149 meters, so let's get to that and then slow down and deploy our next dart. Yeah, this game is laughing at me right now. This will definitely be good enough. I'm trying to get it dead on perfect, but the game's like, no, don't even worry about that. Don't. There we go. All right, dead stop, pretty much. Let's see. Let's let's deploy this one. Let's watch from Keffrey's view. There it goes. That's so cool. Oh, I love it. All right. Roll from here, arm. And we want Dan Bear Derp's Derelict. Locked camera. There it is, 143 meters away. Turn on the RCS and let's go for it. Nope, we bumped it. That was a fun view? Yes, yes it was. There we go. Got it. All right, now we need to point retrograde. And this time we barely have to nudge this thing. So fingers crossed. Hopefully this actually, you know, works. All right, and RCS on and full throttle. And yeah, we've got plenty. All right, we're going to follow this thing all the way down. Let's double check. Yeah, we are fine. Yep, full throttle. For shipwreck.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Exactly, super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Yeah, we're even going to have an impact. Yeah, this is what this is rated for. So basically what I'm getting out of this is that these are fine. The darts are just fine. They're just not enough for really high orbit debris. I'm going to have to do something else for high orbit debris. Probably send the forklift after them. In fact, I might need to make a nuclear forklift. Alright, out of monopropellant. Let's just time warp until we're in the atmosphere and follow this thing down. Look at us being responsible and cleaning up space. Weird little visual glitch right there. And yeah, this has a lot of drag, but this is the heaviest part. Right there is where the weight is. The reaction wheel, the battery, and the command pod. So it's going to be pretty balanced like this. Looks like we're going to have a spin though. That's cool. You should call Superman to launch them into the sun, says Pete Venkman. Yes, because the physics of that were perfect. Target self, let's do a flyby. There we go. That's strange. There we go. That's better. Nice. And I fully expect this to actually impact. Yeah, we're not going to burn up in the atmosphere. There's too much drag. Alright, let's speed the game back up and watch it get down to the surface. Pete Venkman says, if you mess up, have Superman fly around the Earth against the Earth's rotation. It's like a quick save. Yes. Yep. I've heard some interesting attempts to retcon that scene to make it make sense. Like, no, he wasn't turning the Earth's rotation backwards by flying around it. He's flying so fast that he went into a backwards time warp, and that's why the Earth looked like it was rotating backwards. But no, he clearly was trying to get the Earth to rotate backwards and make time go backwards, because then he goes the other way. A gentle 96 meters per second splash. And we recover the piece. That's amazing. See, you know, if I had done Kaley's pod this way, she would have lived. All right, let's recover it and get some money for it. Just a little bit of our huge costs, because that was not a cheap mission. 150,000 spaceos to launch that thing. It was the drag of us flying in space. Exactly, the drag in vacuum. That was clearly what the visual effects team was going for. So, let's see. 361 spaceos recovered from parts. We are rich. Oh, we can do that! I just, on a whim, looked at the contracts offered. Conduct temperature surveys of the moon near Piglet 1. Piglet 1 can do that. Let's accept that contract. And yeah, that cape causes a lot of drag, even in space. Exactly. Let's go into the tracking station. And considering I have been so successfully hydrating myself today, I am going to need a really quick break. But let's go to Space Garbage Truck 1.0 and take a look at that. And I'm going to change the text here. I need to do some cleaning up of my OBS setup now that I've learned a whole lot more than when I started. Be right back. ... is what it's going to say. And let's like this. There we go. Have to get ready for real, sir, says Pete Venkman. Fly safe. You too. Fly safe. I'm not Scott Manley, but fly safe. Alright, I will be right back, as it says on screen. All right, I am back. Let's take that down. Okay, let's take a look. Apoapsis, periapsis. Let's do one more of those real quick. Radio Station Ship, Supreme Oddities Wreckage. That's one that does need to go. Captain Kerbal Spacey's Capsule. Let's do that one. So that is our target. Let's pin that and that. And it is, yep, basically at the same altitude we're at now. So if we are in orbit reference, orbit mode there, yeah, let's point prograde. And we still have over 9 kilometers per second delta V remaining. So let's just gently nudge our way forward. Prograde. A little less gently, maybe. That's gonna whip around there in a moment. Or, you know, just slowly come around. That's fine too. Increase the game speed in that case. Yeah, this as a reusable one, I think will be really fantastic for this. Although, also I'm planning on maybe less space littering in the future. Hopefully. Throttle down for some precision here at the end. Alright, that is as good as that is going to be. We don't need a plane change. We are fine on that. So let's go ahead and warp around here. We're going to be intercepting this in 40 minutes. So let's go right here. And let's deorbit another piece of space junk. The fewer of these that are in orbit, the less the game is going to have to work. These don't cause a ton of calculations because they're not actively loaded vessels, but there are still a lot of background calculations the game is doing on these. And so removing them from orbit will give us a minor performance boost to the game. And keeping space junk free will help us prevent unnecessary performance loss in the game. Okay, and I think if I go right here, radial out from orbit, that will... It will not. Okay, so that means this is going to drift this way on its own. So let's go here. That is indeed tightening our approach. Speaking of Captain Kerbal Spacey, I'm still hoping to get hold of King Kong and do the stunt driving. We've been promising that for months now. but it's okay. Let's go here. Look at our target right behind us. Perfect. Let's get closer. Yeah, we need to slow down. Just saw how fast we're going relative to the target. I hope we can slow down in time. I'm dubious. Nope. So let's go ahead and deploy this guy. And let's do this. This thing will be able to catch up to it, no problem. Fly the dart at it. Make sure we're controlling properly. Yep, we are good. There we go. Good thing we have enough fuel for that. Spin it back around. And come to a relative stop. Very cool. Let's see. Let's lock the camera again. And point directly at our target. Let's go capture another piece of space junk.
Pretty impressive, huh? I bet you're pretty impressed.
Pretty impressive indeed. That's right, Twiglet, you know. All right. I'm wondering if the game is automatically deleting some of the debris because of the... There's a setting for persistent debris, and I've never really looked much into it. So I wonder if there's less debris than I was expecting because of that. That would be interesting. And, oh, we didn't arm the thing. Arm. Dope. There we go. Perfect. And now we're in orbit mode. Let's point retrograde and let's deorbit. That's kind of cool. I like that. And yeah, we have a successful deorbit for sure. And that's going to be an impact. Time looks like we're coming down at night. Ticket says, space is full of debris, though. Isn't that what Earth is? I do not know this place, Earth. However, I believe that my planet, Kerbin, is a beautiful place of not debris. Just debris from the Big Bang. Yeah, basically. Not really wrong there. No. It depends. It's very subjective what is considered debris or not. This being empty and useless and merely a collision hazard, definitely debris. Oh, look at that. That's sunrise over there. And I'm gonna boozinate myself, because I feel like it. Yeah, there's the sun right over there. Zoomed way in, so it's looking huge on the horizon. Lepet the Druid, welcome to the chat. Says, I've always found it interesting how often debris successfully re-enters the atmosphere without a heat shield. In this game, yeah. Seriously. And the main reason, I think, has to do with scale. So, Kerbin has the same gravitational pull as Earth. So it's a 9.8 meters per second squared, so 1g. But it has a tiny atmosphere and a tiny diameter, so orbital speed is just 2.3 meters or kilometers per second. Whereas for Earth, it's over 8 kilometers per second, so almost 4 times as much. So on Earth, this would be coming down 4 times as fast and would absolutely not survive reentry. And I think that is the entire explanation for how often things survive reentry. And in fact, since you were not here for this, if I look, do I have stations enabled? I do. Station 1 landed. That's the space station. Before Arcadia Station, and our abandoned Arcadia Station hub because it exploded due to the Kraken and we repaired it. I tried to deorbit our first station, and it started going pretty slow, and it had one escape pod still attached that had that automatically deployed its parachutes. So yeah, we accidentally, in trying to deorbit an empty abandoned space station, we accidentally just soft landed it. And at some point I want to lead an expedition there. That would be fun. Alright, let's bring this down. It's going to go similar speed, a little bit faster, 100 meters per second. Will it survive? Oh, broke the engine and the fuel tanks, but most of it survived. There we go. Yeah, accidentally landed a space station? That's incredible. I would feel more impressed with myself if I meant to do that, which I'm going to claim. I totally meant to do that. It's the things that I want to land that don't land successfully that are extra frustrating. But the funniest thing was I was promising viewers, in particular one of my moderators who isn't here today, big booms, and they certainly did not happen. There were no big booms that day. All right, and how much money did we get back? 771. So there are fewer parts, but we were closer to the Space Center, so we got more for that one. All right, and that's enough deorbiting. I've proven that one, so I can do some of that off camera. We've done plenty of that, and we have lots of contracts to do. Starting with this one we just got. Let's see. Yeah, we still need to do science data from space around the moon. Conduct temperature surveys of the moon near Piglet 1. Since I can never remember this, my friend Kit named this one, and I've got a command for it. That stands for the Profuse Integration of Geologic Exploration and Telecommunications Rover. The Piglet rover. So let's go and fly that thing. And let's get some science. And actually, I realized that might be a derp, because let's double check the parameters here. I might have to be flying to do this. Let's see. Okay, on the surface. Okay, good. On the surface, yeah, we are fine. So let's turn on rovers. And Piglet 1 landed at the moon. Let's fly it, and I think Kit himself is on here, one of the Kerbals that he redeemed. as well as Shipwreck, the moderator who really wanted the booms and didn't get them when we landed the station. Yep, Shipwreck Kerman and Kit Kerman. We haven't checked in with these guys in quite a while. And yeah, of course it's night. What's our battery situation? It's pretty low. Let's turn on the lights anyway. Yeah, we've lost a light in a crash. Also, I have an upgraded rover to try. All right, let's activate navigation and drive. To that spot. Let's turn off the brakes, and we're probably going to need to stop and recharge the batteries. Wait for day. And is that the spot? See it from here. It is to the north, isn't it? Yeah. Ah, there it is on the nav ball. Okay, that's what we are looking at. And let's back to target selection. Let's clear that target. There we go. And how far away is it? Hits Ridge. Too fast, too Kerbal. That's right. I forgot about our flags that we were putting down when we were first driving this thing around. Yeah, I wish it would tell me the range to this thing. And yeah, that is incredibly dark, especially for you guys watching on stream. Sorry about that. So let's do this. Let's put on the brake. We're probably gonna spin a little bit. Yeah. Spin out just a bit. Okay, good. Reaction wheels are disabled. Although I think I've been learning some stuff on rovers. Let's do something here. Spring and damper. Damper strength. Let's turn that down to 0.5 and turn the spring strength up to 1.25. And this will give us less chance of just bouncing out of control when we hit something. 5 and 1.25. I have a new rover that we haven't seen yet. That this is what I found worked really well for that one. I don't know the specific ones. I'm sure that is a good starting point, but we'll want something different eventually. But yeah, let's do that. And time warp till day so we can recharge our batteries and also see where we're going better. Yep, there go the batteries. And in fact, why don't I use this? Warp to sunrise. There we go. And our batteries are full. See, I'm getting a text. I need to make sure it's not something emergency from my wife. It is not a text. It is several go live notifications on Twitch. One of the few things that makes me sad about streaming is that I have so much less time to watch some of my friends on Twitch. Thank goodness for raids, right? I think I know whom we're going to raid today. Okay, where is it in relation to the Too Fast Too Kerbal flag? That might be a good one to look at. There we go. Flags. Okay, so it's a little bit closer than that, and to the east. So, Too Fast Too Kerbal is 7.9 kilometers, so it's about 7 kilometers away. That is a good reference. That is good to know. I'm also testing a new mod. I'm not ready to use it live yet, but in my test save, I'm trying out the Bon Voyage mod. Drive your rovers and ships in the background. So some of these really long drives that we've already proven that we can do, I might have a mod simulate them being driven in the background. So it's like you guys are doing the driving without my supervision. I've had some success, limited success with it in testing so far, but a lot of issues still. And we've got a crater here. No, we're fine. We can go around the crater right there, I think, is what we're going to do. It's barely out of our way. Look at these guys having a great old time. I don't want to go too much faster than this, because that's when it gets dangerous. Just going to keep it to about 20 meters per second here. Whoa! Don't spin out. That's not what I want you to do. Especially not in that direction. Not towards the crater. We have some emergency solid boosters in case we need to boost ourselves out of, say, a crater. But I don't want to need them. Alright, 6.6 kilometers, so we're probably about 6 kilometers away. Very rough estimate. And yeah, we are getting closer. Where is this in relation to these craters? Okay, so we got a big crater to our right, another big crater to our left. Yeah, so we need to go basically in there, I think. Yep, it is. Zoom out. Right there. That's where we're going. Okay, so probably want to come down that ridge and then in. Oops. There we go. So yeah, we can turn this way again. Yeah, I think lowering the dampener strength and raising the spring strength has already helped. So Lapat, am I pronouncing that right? Lapat the Druid. I think I said Lapet before, but I'm looking again. It's Lapat. I take it you are a Kerbal player. Okay, let's slow down a bit. Gently. Maybe we don't need the ridge. Maybe we can just go directly in to the crater. And yeah, let's go ahead and let it spin out. Indeed a Kerbal player, says Lapat. I'm working on a rover of my own at the moment. Actually, I think I just got it the way I want it. Nice. The challenge I've found is making it functional and cool looking. This is a very low-tech rover, very early parts, and it's okay, but we'll take a look soon at the next rover, the next generation rover. At some point, I'm going to have to face my fears and tackle planes. I have a particular struggle with getting them to not spin out of control on the runway. Very frustrating. Once they're up in the air, I can usually fly them okay, but yeah. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go right over the lip of this crater, I think. Very carefully, though. So slowing down. And we should be able to switch back our way back up if necessary. If the slope is too steep to get back up. All right. And yeah, like right over there-ish is the spot. And yeah, I think we'll be okay. The pet says, yeah, planes can be fun, but just like in real life, getting up and getting back down are the tricky parts. Yeah, especially when they like, for some reason, to just, I don't know why, and we're spinning our wheels, but not moving. There we go. Just start wobbling on the runway. Even if I've got plenty of landing gear, they're well placed under the center of mass. It's real weird. Getting up shouldn't be too bad if my lift and thrust are good. But the wheels, it's the wheels that give me struggles. Come on. Why are we struggling so much? Get... There we go. This is foolish. I know it is, but we're doing it anyway. Just get up and over. There we go. All right, and we're just gonna keep it straight. Woo! Here we go. Full speed. Oh, Shipwreck would be proud of me. He's probably busy playing Minecraft. That was not nearly as foolhardy as I was expecting. And I think the big difference is what I changed with the springs and dampers for the wheels. Did you see how well that handled the bumps? That was great. Yeah, I have spent quite a few hours working on this next rover. I got started and then I just could not stop. Yeah, that went surprisingly well indeed. And I know that those are just visual, but I like trying to dodge them anyway. Because, I mean, let's face it, I really would have to. Alright, we are getting really close. It's, yeah, due north. Yeah, this thing does not do well up slopes. The next one is going to be a whole lot more. Lepat says, when I saw how steep the drop-off was, I really thought you were going to tumble. Yep, that's why I pointed prograde and let this thing handle itself. But yeah, the springs really did it. And I think part of the problem with my planes is the opposite. Like, the springs, they start an uncontrollable oscillation on my planes on the runway. And I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, for slopes, sometimes you gotta zigzag your way up. Yep. And it can take a while, too. We're so far doing okay. We're at kind of an equilibrium. Oh no, we're accelerating. Okay, good. Yeah, we are okay on this slope. Yeah, 16.6 degree slope. Anything more than that, and this thing just cannot do it. And we are sliding a little to the left there. There we go. And yeah, just a 12 degree slope. That's nothing. We can do this. Okay. Wish I could zoom in more than that, but nope. Guess it's a little bit farther than I was thinking, but it is fine. Yep, it looks like 3 of my friends went live at the same time about 10 minutes ago. Because of course. Yeah, we've already done our science experiments on the surface here, so that's pretty much useless to us. Okay, we got another crater. Okay, yeah, I gotta go down. It's the same crater, it's just on a ridge of a different crater. Yep. So we're gonna be going a little bit downhill again, but we are getting very close. Now as fun as it is to drive these rovers, it does take a while, and I tend to get impatient and then crash. Just go into a roll and crash. So yeah, I'm testing out this Bon Voyage mod, and when I'm confident it's not going to cause any other issues, let's go straight down, not at an angle. That's where the danger is. Yeah, look at it handle that with the different springs. Okay, good. I feel good about that. Then I will feel very good about letting these things drive themselves in the background. Yep, I'm not even going to tap the brakes here. Are we at the spot? I think we're at the spot. And now is when I remember that maybe this thing doesn't even have a thermometer, like it broke off or something. Where's my... There it is. Scan available on this vessel. Available right now. Yeah, I don't think this thing even has a thermometer. No, I think this counts as a derp. We've only got one headlight left. I'm gonna let it just... We're airborne. Well, airborne. Torque. Yep. I think this counts as a big old stinky derp. Okay, let's not hit that crater there. That's death. Alright, we're going to hit the brakes and let it spin out. Controlled spin out. There we go. Select experiments available on this vessel. Atmosphere analysis, materials study. Did that say temperature somewhere? Magnetometer. Yep, there is no thermometer. I think the thermometer broke. Because I think there used to be a thermometer right here, and I think at some point it broke off. So this really easy contract that I thought would be just fine is not going to be. We're going to need to send some supplies to these guys. So let's see what other supplies would be useful. Some deployed science would be good. Yeah, there's an engineering kit just in case. We're almost out of those though, so we need some of those. That'll be for a future time though. We're not going to do that today, but yeah, we need to send another cargo capsule and then send this right back over that ridge. So maybe that'll be next week. It's been so long since we've flown this one, or driven this one, that I forgot that the thermometer broke off. So what else do we have? We need to complete some of these contracts. Let's see. Surface outpost on the moon, we've had that for a little while. We need to launch that. I'm waiting for a bigger launcher though. Dock 2 vessels on or around Midness. I wonder if using the darts from the garbage truck would count, and if the claw counts as docking. We do need to rescue someone from there, so let's do that. Let's go. I think it's Isa, and I think she is even lurking here. So, although she's probably asleep, I think it is pretty late in Norway. It's not everything being shown. Let's not blind everyone with the sun, Dan. Here we go. Oh, that's because it's docked. Okay, so we need to go to Arcadia Station. and refuel and undock the Pork 4 rescue vehicle, the Personnel Orbital Rescue Craft, Pork. Yep, there it is right there. And we're going to want to put a new engineer aboard as well. I think the only person aboard right now is it Keith Welch, who is piloting right now? Philip Brewer is piloting. Let's put... I want Raider back. Oh yeah, Pee-wee Kerman is aboard. That was a redeem from our friend Satan. Philip Brewer, okay. Bowsy is there. She's a good co-pilot. Monchi will be our engineer. There's Raider. Transfer, and you are the pilot. And I think we still have room. Okay, we have 4 people aboard. We have room to carry 2 more, plus we have the claw on the front, which we're going to be using. Let's, oops, I moved that. Let's open up the fuel transfer mod. Liquid fuel, we want it to come out of here. There's a little bit left. The next one's going to be bigger. We have bigger fuel tanks since we last launched one of these refuel missions. Fuel and oxidizer. And now it is empty. Let's lock it so that we don't accidentally put stuff in it before we deorbit. And yeah, we're about 85% full. RCS fuel though, we want out of here. That is an FLR 750. That one. Out. We've got a lot that we need to refuel from these. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so what we need to do is, let's find the contract in our list. Recover ESA and ESA's scrap from orbit of Minmus. And so we're not going to make the mistake we made with Kaley and lose her on Reentry. So, and yeah, orbit of Minmus. So what we're going to do is also an experiment with the game, see if grabbing something with the claw counts as docking 2 vessels. So if it does, then we will be completing 2 contracts with this, which is great. Undock. Let's get some clearance here. Excellent. And yeah, since we've been recovering a lot of scrap, we've put this, we've docked this little guy to the front. Let's close that and control from here. I think we already are, but just in case, because I've had issues with that before. All right, so now what we need to do is choose ships, ESA's scrap, and we need to get to Minmus. Oh, let's make Minmus our target for now. Then we'll change it to ESA's scrap. Okay, so Minmus is there. It's going to be about here-ish, I think, when we get there, which means lots of inclination. Lame. Add maneuver right there, and let's see if we can set up our counter with Minmus. That's the moon. To get in our way. Okay, so it's going to be there, which means we're going to be wanting to burn right away, I think. Yeah, let's burn right away, and then let's make a correction at the ascending node. So let's just burn prograde. Conserving the RCS fuel. Okay. Let's actually burn a little bit radial out as well. Really wanting to drift on me. Okay, so now at the still have our target selected, right? Okay, good. At the ascending node, let's plan a maneuver where we will do anti-normal since it's the ascending node. That gets us an encounter too, so that's fantastic. I don't mind a very high apoapsis here because that will give us a cheap inclination change maneuver, and we're definitely going to need one of those. Okay, so let's do that. That's in 5.5 minutes, and it's a small burn. Unfortunately, I think Isa has gone to bed. Like I said, it's late in Norway, but yeah, that's all right. She will get the screenshot. Okay, coming up in 30 seconds. And at 7 minutes to the node, we're going to do about 50% thrust. There we go. All right, so we're going to get there in 1 day and 4 hours, which is great. We're working our way towards that ELU transfer window productively. We'll make our ELU launch next week, I think. Change our target now to Isa's scrap. And hopefully when we come out of time warp, it'll recalculate that and give us our encounter back. I mean, my luck, it won't. Yep, it won't. Jeez. This game. Alright, radial out. Just a little bit of a burn. There we go. Give me my encounter. There we go. Very rude. Many things that I'm hoping will be handled much better in Kerbal Space Program 2. Oh, we have a pretty good relative inclination, only 6 degrees. That's not bad at all. Let's turn... Okay, ships are on. How close to the surface is Isa's scrap? Not seeing it at all. That's because I'm in orbit of the moon, isn't it? That's the moon. Okay, that's officially a derp. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I haven't done that in a while. The derp ad. No! Okay. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I did that. Alright, we need to burn prograde immediately. Oh my gosh, that's super embarrassing. That's how Jeb got lost. Alright, we don't necessarily need to do that. That's a waste of Delta V. What a waste of Delta V. And no wonder I did not see her ship. Yeah, and now we're on a really awful, awful trajectory, so we need to burn radial out immediately. How did I even do that? Let's just not crash into Kerbin. Alright, and if I add a maneuver there, can I recover this? Set. Minimus is my target. Oh, and my inclination is worse. That was all just a waste of Delta V. All of it, a waste. Oh my gosh. Yep. That's better. Oh, no wonder I had a 6-degree relative inclination, because it was a relative to Minimus itself. All right, so let's do that burn then in 4 hours. At least we didn't die. That wasn't. I can't even blame that one on Keffrey Bezos, because he's not aboard anymore. Wow! 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 Alright, coming up on the node in 8.5 minutes. Point right at the maneuver marker. All right, and let's burn. Oh my gosh. There we go. And that is an encounter with Minmus. And that's a much more reasonable amount of time there. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to be going past our ELU transfer window, but we have a self-imposed rule of at least 2 weeks between launches. And this will only be 10 days from the last launch when we hit that transfer window alarm. And we have some leeway there, especially with our nuclear engines. So we're going to launch a few days after the actual marker for the transfer window, but the transfer window is still open. So I'm going to actually delete that alarm. And then, yeah, then we get to look at our cometary research and prospecting probe and do its correction burn. So, yeah, I still cannot believe. What the heck? All right, let's warp here. And yeah, let's see. And we'll have about a 2 million meter, 2 megameter periapsis around Minmus. So, and as said before, I still stand by it. That is good because then we can do a relatively inexpensive plane changer maneuver, which will be particularly important now that we've wasted so much delta V. But yeah, of course, once again, it takes away my encounter. Oh, Kerbal, why you do this to me? I think a burn right here will fix that. Maybe. Yes, perfect. Kerbal. Please, on Kerbal Space Program 2, please improve these calculations, because this is killing me. Just killing me. Alright, I might still have the encounter, it just might not be showing it. Okay. We're above Minmus Lowlands. Map is being all super weird. Okay, there we go. That's our path. Alright, we're okay. Lepat says, got a game of D&D in a bit. Good luck with your missions. Thank you, Lepat. Good to meet you, and I hope your Dungeonsing and Dragonsing goes well. Alright. And look, Issa's scrap. There it is. That actually worked, and that's much more in line with what I was expecting. So, is the game crashing on me? I think the game just crashed. Well, yeah, that's good timing, Lepat. Let's put this back up. And I'm going to launch this game again, and hopefully we are still around Minimus. That might actually explain some of the weird calculations. The game was starting to get a little bit extra weird on me. Weird even for Kerbal Space Program. So, but yeah. Have a good day, Lepat, and hope to see you again. All right, so let's do this, because we still got some stuff that we'd like to accomplish. It's still loading. I'm just doing my window resizing here, so I can have my borderless full screen, windowed full screen. And we can take that off and watch the loading screen now. It seems about once a month or so, every 3 or 4 Kerbal streams, it'll crash on me. Let's use this opportunity to hydrate. I haven't hydrated much. Delicious. All right. Resume saved. Oh, and I missed your, yeah, I get impatient too. That's why my rover has reaction wheels and a roll cage. A roll cage is what I really need. All right, tracking station. And where are we? We might be okay. We might be right where we left it. Then again, we might not. Orbiting Kerbin. On its way to Minmus. Okay. Let's fly this thing, and hopefully it keeps our encounters this time, because, yeah, it was getting a lot of calculation errors, and finally probably ended up with something not a number that was enough to crash it. Boo! Let's go ahead and push ourselves a little bit closer, and that'll help it with the calculations. So that even if they're not precise, they'll be close enough that we have our counter. There we go. warp here. And yeah, let's get some things set up after this for what we want to do. There it went. Next stream. Make sure that that is interesting. And yeah, I think Kaley is still playing Minecraft. So yeah, we have not done her her memorial service today. I think she completely forgot because she was really excited about it too, which is hilarious. Yes, indeed. Yeah, she has been just going for it. Wow. Are we going to encounter Minmus or not? That's the question. Game, you are something. There we go. There is our encounter back. Woof. Okay, and let's see. Issa's scrap is our target. And let's burn retrograde to orbit and get our capture orbit. Oh, I've still got the Be Right Back up. Let's take that down. Because we are back. This will tell us also where our... That's a crash again. Interesting. What is causing the crash? Huh. Alright, let's put this right back up. Huh. There's something in Minmus orbit that the game does not like. So we're going to play with some quick saves here. Because I do not approve of this. I am not a fan. Boop. All right, loading the game again. Yeah, loading screens aren't what we want. We want flying spaceships. The kind of crashes we want are intentional impacts on the moon for seismic data. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Because game performance has been fine, but let's fly Quark 4, which is orbiting Kerbin. I wonder if that's happening as soon as it's trying to do its quick save. Its auto save, rather. So let's F5 for a quick save. Alright, that was okay. And let's point prograde again. Let's do that same maneuver. And there we go. And we're going to spam the quick save here. And right before we enter Minmus Sphere of Influence, we're going to do another quick save. Yeah, once again, it's no longer showing us our quick save, our encounter. Very strange that. Let's slow down relative to Minmus and see if that helps. I think so, because that is also prograde relative to Kerbin. There's another encounter. And it's flickering. There we go. Now it's a little bit more solid. 5. Warp here. And F5 again. And the experiment here is, as soon as it tries to do an autosave or a quick save in Minmus orbit, is that when we get a crash. That will point me at what I may or may not need to correct in the save file. "15 minutes to Minmus encounter. Alright, at 5 minutes, I'm going to do another quick save, and then we'll do a quick save once we're in Minmus Sphere of Influence. Alright. Alright, we're in Minmus Sphere of Influence, and quick save was successful. Interesting. Alright, let's not set Issa's scrap as our target yet. That might be the issue. It might be Issa's scrap. Alright, we're already pointing retrograde. Let's go ahead and get our capture orbit. This has been when it has crashed on us before. So far, so good. I don't want to keep doing this here. Let's quick save again. Let's do a retrograde burn at periapsis. I don't want to crash into Minmus. And that's 3 days away. Let's add a maneuver for that because we're 2 hours away from our correction burn for the Comet probe. So add an alarm. Periapsis. For Minmus periapsis, and we want 1 hour of notice. Man, we are going slow. All right, and add the alarm, and let's switch to the Comet probe. Let's do a quick save first, and switch to the Comet probe, which still has 10 kilometers per second of delta V, and it's gonna need it all. I think it is. That's not what I wanted. I want the alarms, and let's... Okay, we're 2 hours and 6 minutes from the maneuver node. And yeah, we're let's just warp right to it. We put the alarm right on the maneuver node because it's just a tiny little maneuver. Oh right, it's not even a maneuver. It's just a notification that we need to check in with this thing and plan the correction burn. So yeah, remembering now. Delete and close. Let's take a look at the map and quick save. We're spamming quick save now. That's a mess. Let's turn everything off except for known objects. That's our comet. That's the one we're looking at. And we're going to have a 135 kilometer separation at our closest approach. That's pretty good. Let's delete this. Add maneuver. And pin that. And let's see how much closer we can get. That's not it. Let's, this is going to be some fine tuning, so let's do this. And no. Not that either. It looks like it's all inclination. All right, let's zero out prograde, retrograde, and radial in and out. And we're just going, it looks like, normal. Yep, just like that. 0.3 meter per second burn from here. That's how much leverage we've got. That's gonna be wild. We're going to just gently tap this nuclear engine here. Actually, I think we don't even have the nuclear engine. We do. That is our transfer engine, yeah. Just tap the nuclear engine. Okay, it's down there. Let's speed up the game so we don't have to watch this thing very, very slowly adjust its attitude with that tiny reaction wheel, but full fuel tanks. Just like that. Alright, separation at closest approach, 135 kilometers. Okay, I've got fine controls on, and... $820 meters. Look at that. I am an absolute pro. We're going to come less than a kilometer away from this thing. But that's not for another 24 days. So, and then we're going to want to slow down because our relative speed is going to be nearly 9 kilometers per second. How much time will this thing be able to burn? Kerbal Engineer, help me with this. Get vessel, show engineer. I think this will tell me. Yes, right here. 33. Yeah, I can burn for 33 minutes. We're in soon for our longest burn yet as we approach the comet. So let's go ahead. We don't need that. So let's put this a day before. Let's make a new alarm. See, and yeah, we're going to intersect in 24 days. So let's do a manual alarm. And let's put that 20 to 20 days. Able to create alarm. Oh. Manual alarm. There we go. Time to alarm. 20 days. 0 minutes. Okay. And link to vessel. Yes. Comet Research and Prospecting Probe 1. Add the alarm. There we go. Okay, so the next things that are coming up, we're going back to our Port 4 rescue vehicle, and then we've got our MOHO probe correction burn, and then a Joule transfer window. So, yeah. Maybe we're skipping that ELU window, and then we'll do a Joule launch next week, and also take a look at this cometary probe. So, we're going to quick save, And I fully expect that when we target ESA's scrap that it's going to crash again, and if it does, we're going to call it there, and I'm going to troubleshoot that off camera. We're close enough to our 3 hours anyway. I mean, I want to keep going all day, but that's a thing that would be best troubleshot off camera. So, alright, port 4, let's switch to it. And let's get rid of, oh, it's gone. There we go. And we can delete that alarm now, since we're back here. That was just in case we didn't end up back here. And let's warp. Point retrograde. Quick save. Yeah, I don't generally quick save in this playthrough because we're playing semi-hardcore-ish. But when there are bugs that we're troubleshooting, then it is definitely a must. There we go. And now we have that. Okay, and another quick save. And ships ESA's scrap. And let's test this. Quick save. Do we crash? Nope. Okay, so I don't know what that was all about. And our descending node, we're coming up on that in 2 days, but that is where we will be going slowest, and so an inclination change will be the cheapest. So let's warp here. And being a descending node, we're going to burn normal. And once we're facing normal, we're going to time warp closer to the node. Minutes away from it. Ten minutes. All right, let's start at about 1 minute away from the node. All right, full throttle. And we're definitely going to need to burn retrograde again, and I could probably make this a little bit more efficient, but why are we drifting like that? But I'm not going to worry about it. There we go, and we have a relative inclination now of 0.03, so that's real good. So now, the apoapsis and periapsis we're looking for... Wow, she is in an inclined orbit. Let's match apoapsis, and we're going to want to do that right about here. That's in 7 days. So... let's actually burn retrograde from here. We are in a very long orbit. Orbital period of 8 days. Now of only 7 days. 6 days. Alright, we're going to come back to this. What we need to do is take a look at the MOHO probe. All the things coming up at once. Let's switch to the MOHO probe. And let's do a quick save just in case, because I'm still paranoid about that. Don't know why the crash is happening. And yeah, this thing has 5.8 kilometers per second of delta V. We are hoping to land. I am dubious whether we're going to be able to do that, but we're going to try. And we have our correction burn set up already. It's nearly 1 kilometer per second. And it is coming up in 2 days. Yeah, we gave ourselves 1 day of lead time on this alarm. Let's just delete it. And warp here. And I think maybe what we should do next time is a very big, ambitious Joule launch. Let's launch something huge with several satellites and see if we can actually visit, is it 5? I think 5 moons that Joule has. All right, we're 2.5 hours away from the maneuver node, and it's down there. Let's point towards it. Yeah, this is an inclination change entirely. Yep, and our solar panels are in good shape. I'm always paranoid because I've forgotten solar panels so many times. And this is a 3.5 minute burn. So we'll start the burn at about T-minus 1 minute and 45 seconds. Minutes away. 20 minutes. 4 minutes. 3. 2. All right, at 1 minute and 45 seconds, we are lighting the engine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Yeah, we're gonna come in pretty hot here. But as long as we can get something in orbit, that is a win. The lander is a bonus objective. We have 1 minute remaining in the burn. Everything is looking normal. Let's go ahead and speed up the game a bit. Halfway through the burn. Looking good still. Dropping our separation at approach, just as expected. Got to slow the game back to real time and track this maneuver marker. It's moved because we haven't been exactly on. Throttle down to the end of the burn. There we go. And, yep, we do have a Moho encounter in 67 days. So, let's add an alarm for that. Let's quick save, because I'm still paranoid. Create alarm, and we want SOI change. And Moho... what is this probe called? Moho Probe 2. Moho encounter, and let's give ourselves 1 day advance notice. Very, very good. Yeah, and we're 11 days away from that other burn for our comet probe. Let's do that next week. This is actually really great timing for finishing this up. Yep, and we are right on the Joule transfer window, so that will be the main event next time. And hopefully, if we get Kaley here, we will do her memorial service. Since she is a real person this time that we have lost, it would be nice if she could attend her own funeral. So yeah, that's the thing. All right. And then we'll have an ambitious Joule launch, and we will get our first look at a comet. So next week is going to be quite eventful. It's going to be great. Yeah, thanks for joining me here. And let's see who is online. I think we want to do Clickwell today. They are on his Craftwell SMP, which I played a little bit on. They are exploring the Nether for the first time in the current iteration of the server, current season. So let's see, Clickwell. There he is. Yeah, playing Minecraft. Different game definitely, but he is a good friend of the channel, so let's go ahead and do our raid, and I will see you guys on Monday for some first craft. All right. Yep, starting the raid, and let's do the raid message so I can just copy it. I know it's basically just me right now, and that is not a problem. All right, see you guys later. Goodbye!